Welcome back to the Legs Feed the Wolf podcast. I'm Christian.
I'm Tyler, and now Christian and I have now definitely completed the hardest challenge.
The hardest challenge, so mentally, yeah.
Mentally, it was way more mental than physical.
Yeah.
Because...
so what we did was we did our 24-hour fast.
Mm-hmm.
And this challenge was honestly the scariest. Dude, the night before we started doing this, I was really thinking to myself, and I didn't... So I had my last bite, right? At 6:30, 2 nights ago. And I was fine. I ate enough. I was full. But later that night at around 8, I was like, oh, I'm kind of hungry right now. And I was so scared. I was like, dude, this is not going to be good for me. Like, I'm going to get so hungry, I might give in. Then the next day, I woke up at 4 in the morning. And the whole day, I just kept never gave myself a chance to even breathe, really. Just because I was fearing, my fear is that I would start feeling really hungry at 8 o'clock in the morning. Because a lot of times I do feel really hungry. When I wake up early, I feel hungry, around 8, I'm starving.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really scared of that. But I think what we both realized is that we get hungry a lot, but we don't really need food a lot of the times,
Yeah, this challenge I probably learned the most from.
Yeah. I mean, tell me about it. How was it for you?
So, for me, we're in different time zones, obviously. I had some
we
going
started
on.
Similar times, though.
Yeah, I started an hour later than you, so I started 10:30 p.m. my time. So, I was watching the Tiger King documentary with my mom, and I realized, holy crap, it's 9 o'clock. I should probably start this soon. But then I was like, I don't want to start it. So, eventually became 10:15. I'm like, oh my god, I got to start chowing down some food. So, I had, mad Oreos, some pineapple, and then, a glass of milk. And then I was done at 10:30. So, I woke up, and I was okay. I did get a little hungry at 11:30, 12 before I went to bed, but that doesn't really matter. I woke up, and I was okay. Then I really wasn't thinking about food because I had school, and I was pretty busy yesterday. I went to go look at cars again, homework, posted our podcast. So I was pretty busy. And then after I was done looking at cars, so it was around 2:30ish, 3, that's when I was like, damn, I kind of want to, the weirdest part for me was because around this time, I make time for me to eat. I'll set 30 minutes aside to, go watch Netflix and eat at the same time. So I didn't have that, so I had, nothing to do. So that was weird. And then the hardest part is I'd work. And I would literally work in a restaurant full of food
That's
around
tough.
me 24/7.
That is tough, yeah.
So I'd work from 4 to, it was 9:45. So I was delivering, but I was still around the kitchen and food right next to me. And that's when I really realized that, one, I didn't need food. That was probably the thing I realized the most once I got to work. And 2, I just wanted to eat it. I didn't need it. I wanted to eat a handful of fries. I wanted to eat that extra food that was a mistake in the kitchen. And I really did learn a lot. I learned that we really do take food for granted. It's actually really bad. I was thinking about it. Maybe for an athlete, we probably need 3 meals a day, maybe not even, to function. For a normal person, 1 meal, you could suffice that. In America, our bodies are a lot different than people that live in poor areas of the world. They can function off of, a half a sandwich, because, their stomachs are so small compared to ours, so they don't eat a lot. But, like I said, at the end of the day, I could have kept going. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I just really...
Yeah, I think I could have kept going.
I really
I could have done 48
I
hours.
wanted to just eat. That's the only reason why I stopped after 24 hours. I did the challenge, so I'm there's no point to keep going. I just really want to eat. But I didn't need to eat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, for me, it's... What I realized is that a lot of the times when we... And, it's kind of... I noticed a lot of bad habits I have. One is just... Whenever I go fill up my water, I have this habit. So it's on the, those little water where you fill your cup, you put it right on this on the freezer part. So I fill it with that hand. My habit is with my right hand, I always open up the fridge, and it's I would do that yesterday. I'm like, I can't even eat. Why am I doing this? Like, I look at the food, see how good it looked, and I was like, wait, I can't even eat. And it made me realize that it's like a lot of the eating I do, it just made me aware. Like, a lot of the eating I do, it's not out of hunger. It's just out of...
You just want to do it.
Just, like, it makes you feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So what's cool is learning how to just be okay with being uncomfortable, like that, because it wasn't comfortable. I was hungry the whole day.
I was too.
There were times where I was more hungry than others, but I was never, like, comfortable. I was always, like, felt like I was missing something, but
yeah.
Just learning how to deal with that I thought was cool.
I was hungry, but I wasn't at the point where it's like, I'm going to quit, which I thought I was going to get to that point. I really thought I was going to get to the point. Like, I texted you, I'm like, dude, I really think I'm going to quit. I texted Christian that before we started the challenge because I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. I eat all day, like nonstop, you know, and especially I work in a restaurant, I'm surrounded by food, and I really thought I was going to have to give up, but I never really got to that point. I definitely got to points where I was in the kitchen, I was literally about to grab a fry, and I was like, wait, I can't eat right now. Like, why am I doing this? You know?
A lot of it's just out of habit. You know, it's not even because you're hungry. You're just taking it because, you know, you just kind of be...
It's second nature.
Like you're being soft,
just grab.
You know?
Grab and put it in your mouth.
Yeah. It's because you associate it with, like, being comfortable, you know?
So... That's
what I thought.
And I had a really, like, moment of, like, realization, too, was that it was so sad. Like me, myself. Like, I was... So, alright, so I got to-go nachos. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat this when I get home at 10:30. So I, whatever, get it ready. Eat my nachos. I did get full a lot quicker than usual, but I still managed to finish the whole bowl. Because I was scared I was actually going to throw up. Because I needed 24 hours. But you probably have to fast for longer. But anyways, so I eat the nachos. Then I'm like, okay, give them a couple minutes. And I finish them. And then, whatever, I'm done. Then like an hour later, I'm like kind of getting ready for bed. And I'm like, dude, I'm kind of hungry. Let me go eat right now. And I realized, like, dude, did I really just say that? You know, like, I just went a whole day with the eating. I'm full right now. I don't need to eat. But I want to eat. And then then I literally grabbed the thing of goldfish, go in my room. It's on my bed. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I put it aside. I'm like, I'm not eating these right now. Like, that just defeats the whole purpose of everything what I did. Like, I don't need to eat this at all. I can go to bed and be fine. Like, I'm not that hungry. Like, I can go to bed right now. And I'm like, wow, that's just so sad that I did that.
Yeah, you just realize how much of the food we eat, it's just because, like, we're bored, and, you know, it's like a lot of times we complain, it's like, oh, I want to eat. It's like, no, it makes me realize, like, whenever I complain about wanting to eat, it's just kind of like, dude, no, you don't have to eat, you're fine, you know? You're probably just bored, or you're probably just, you know, being soft, I don't know.
Yeah, but so now, like right now, I'm not hungry, but, like, it's getting there. You know, I have work, so after this, I'm going to try to eat something quick so I don't have to really eat at work. But I'm really going to try to stop. I mean, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, in reality, like, I say all this stuff, it's probably not going to happen. But I will try to stop eating as much.
It's just cool to be aware of it.
Yeah.
You know,
some people don't even realize it.
We know whether we, you know, do something about it or not. We know it's just we're aware of what we're putting into our bodies.
Yeah, you know, like, people make those jokes. You know, like,
it.
Don't throw out that water. Like, kids in Africa don't even have that. But, like, in reality, like, it's kind of true, you know?
Yeah. Dude, it's like, because it was, and dude, the best thing about it was just so rewarding. After it, I was like, damn, bro, like, it's something I brought up, like, a while ago when we started doing these challenges.
This was one we were dreading the most.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago when you came up with this, I was like, dude, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so cool now. Last night, I just had that moment of realization. It's like,
we really
doing all these
that.
things. It's like, think about, like, just we learned about our bodies, like what we can do, like how much we can run, you know? How much, dude, we're so much more capable of things than we think, you know? All the things we kind of just limit ourselves on. You know, we went 24 hours without food, which we thought would be impossible. We ran through, I don't know how many miles.
Almost double than what we said.
Exactly. So we're capable of a lot more than we think, which is cool. Which is cool knowing it's like, dude, I'm not even close to my physical capacity. Like, we're capable of so much.
Yeah. So, I don't really know how much harder these challenges can get than this. I thought this one was pretty hard. I
We
mean,
gotta look up some like Navy SEAL type military.
yeah, we're gonna really try to get some cool ones. Honestly,
But in the end, it's all the same. You know, it's just like each time it's pushing ourselves a little bit more.
yeah, no, like no matter whether it's easier or not, like you're still pushing yourself. But what I do, one of my favorite things about these challenges is just the fact that we can say that we've done these stuff. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I did that.
You know, you do learn a lot from it, but at the same time, it's cool to say. You know, whether 5 people are listening, like we're not mainly doing it for the listeners and all that stuff. You know, it's cool that people do listen to it and like tell us about it. But I love being able to say, maybe when I'm 30 years old, yeah, you know, when I was 18 years old, I meditated for 1 hour straight. I ran 10 miles in a row for no reason, and I fasted for 24 hours for no reason.
Exactly. And you want to hear something cool, which I saw the other day? I think this is cool. Like, right now, this coronavirus and being in quarantine and all this stuff, everything that we're going through right now is building up for the perfect excuse to give your kids when they say, please, why don't you ever let me go out? I'm going to tell my kids, you know what? When I was 19, I was stuck in my house for 30 days. So I think you'll be all right if you don't go out for one night. You know, isn't that funny? Like, the things that our parents tell us about, like, what they complained about when they were kids and whenever we asked for something, this right now is building that excuse for me. Yeah, you want to go out, son? Well, you know what? I was stuck in my house for 30-plus days. So, you know what? Yeah, go do what you want, but I'm just saying.
I don't know if I would do that. I mean, I have to wait till I'm a father to make those decisions. But, yeah.
I just think it's funny.
No,
like,
but the cool thing too, though.
I can never do anything.
Cool thing too, though, is that like we're doing all these stuff during this quarantine. You know, where I'm sure half our population, maybe even more, are just sitting on their butts watching TV, getting nothing out of this, and that's something that you and I really try to do the most during this situation. You know, actually get something out of this situation. You know, and you sent me that podcast yesterday, which I think everyone should go check out. It will teach you a lot about yourself, what's going on today, and just motivate you to do stuff. It's called Sports Motivation Podcast, COVID-19 Survival Series, and it's just about this former NFL player, and he just speaks with so much motivation, and he was sick to listen to yesterday. I listened to almost all of them. Christian's doing it day by day, but that's something that we've been implementing and made me want to implement even more into our life, because he talked about like we should be doing stuff every day. You know, and what am I?
Yeah.
And it's just true because we're doing this all now. You know, we're not doing this when the regular lives are going on right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And I saw something, and we kind of talked about this already, but we just thought it was a little bit soft. Let me read it exactly.
Well, not really soft, but I think that there's no excuses for almost a lot of people.
Yeah.
In certain circumstances, yes, I get it. Like,
I mean,
like Spain and Italy.
Dude, it's like so many people. There's so much opportunity right now too.
Yeah.
And
I feel like definitely in America. I think this definitely applies to America.
Yeah, for sure. That people are not doing anything to learn from this crisis. They're not doing anything to get better. And their excuse is like, oh, it's a really tough time. There's a lot of stress. Which is true. But, like, you could still learn from that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're, you know, working on the fields, and your life really hasn't changed that much, the way you work. This crisis has changed everyone, you know? I feel like I'd be surprised to find a person who hasn't been changed by this. But, like, there's so much you could do, too, to, like, learn from this, gain knowledge from this, and just, you know, just better yourself from everything that's going on. Better prepare yourself and take advantage, too. There's definitely a lot of ways to take advantage of a crisis, you know, financially. You can...
Yeah, you know,
there's ways to gain and...
You know, yeah, everyone's affected by this. I don't know one person that really isn't, and I don't really think there should be one person that isn't affected by this, unless you're in a place where there's literally no cases and you're living your normal life. But I think that there really shouldn't be any excuses, you know. Whether you're working from home, you don't have a job, you know. Everyone's in hard times right now, but you can go do something else. I'm sure you can go find something to do, something you can learn. Better than like pouting that, you know, you lost something or you're in the gutter, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, every bad moment in your life you can take advantage of and turn it into a better thing to do, I guess.
Exactly. And like us, we're learning about ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're doing these things.
I've never thought I would do that. So, yeah, I came into work, and I was talking to my friend Corey about this, and my boss heard us. He's like, "What? All you do is eat." And I told him, "Yeah, I'm like 15 hours in." He's like, "So you're telling me you haven't eaten 15 hours?" He was like in such shock, and like honestly, so was I, because I really didn't think I would be able to do that, which is insane. But we just it's sick that in a time like this, like we just keep saying, you know, where everyone else where a lot of people are just not doing anything, we're learning so much about ourselves and what we can do. So
yeah, and it made me like realize too how much we'll be all right. Like if something, it's kind of nice to know that if something happens, let's say there's, I don't know, here in California there's a big earthquake, and I don't know, we're stuck, we can't get any food. Good to know that I'll still be able to function, like the bare minimum, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was still able to work out and still able to do all the normal things that I normally do.
You know, like it's said that people are bugging out about toilet paper, where you should be worrying about much more things than wiping your butt. You know, you do not need toilet paper.
Repeat that? You kind of just broke up.
So it's kind of sad all these people are bugging out about buying 40 rolls of toilet paper. Meanwhile, that's the least of their worries right now. They should not be. That should not be their main priority. About maybe wiping the counter with the paper towel. You know, like that's not necessary. I mean, I get it. Maybe one little pack, but all these people going overboard. That should be the least of your worries, and it's pretty sad to me that when you go to the grocery store, you're rushing to the paper section to get paper towels and toilet paper. Meanwhile, you should be worrying about maybe getting some more food and maybe not fighting some other person about toilet paper. Exactly. Or not even food, just like in general. Just the fact that you've gotten to that state of mind where you need to. That's your main focus. It's just horrible.
Yeah. One of the things I learned too, and I kind of just realized this from listening to that podcast, is that just the ways we need to prepare. And one of the ways I could have been better prepared is just like myself financially. It would have been good to, because like a lot of the work I did before, I would coach, I would ref. A lot of that stuff, it's like it's jobs you can't do anymore. Mm-hmm. In times like this, and there's a lot of people like that where it's like, what are you going to do? You can't make any money because their job doesn't offer any money. So it's just finding ways to make money, or knowing ways to make money when times like this do occur. And so one of those ways I think for me would be just, first of all, having money saved up for something like this, because this could really happen any time in our lives. And then also just like I'm trying to work on my investing, dude.
Yeah, that's something that I want to learn about more about the stock market, because
I haven't won too much money, or not won. I haven't made too much money yet. But it'd be a good way, especially at a time like this now. People are making a lot of money from it.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn. I definitely want to learn the stock market, learn how to do stuff financially that I don't know how to do. Taxes. I don't know anything about taxes. My parents do that for me. I don't know anything about the stock market. Honestly, I don't really need people to learn. Everyone that goes out and Google stuff, that you don't need. Well, not that. Everyone that goes and asks people for help, 90% of the time you can find out on your own. You just need help asking the question. Like you don't.
I agree with that.
You don't, like all you need is Google. Just look it up.
There's so many things you can learn. From YouTube, there's so many things you can learn.
The past couple of weeks, I wanted to get help from my dad with the stock market, but in reality, I don't need my dad. I can just look it up on YouTube or Google and just slowly learn into it, And I really do want to make a portfolio and start learning all that stuff, because I think it's very important.
One of the ways too. Yeah, too is just doing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just making an account and putting money into it and seeing how it goes. Literally, because I feel like that's how I learned. When I was 13, for Christmas, my aunt made me an E-Trade account. That was her like gift to me. She made me an account and put a little bit of money into it. I eventually put more money into it and just did it. Didn't really know what I was doing, but I learned a lot from it. And just this year, I used to just hold it, see how much it grew over time. But just this year, like, I'm actually really every day at 6:30 in the morning here is when the stock market opens. So I'm looking at it like what's going on, and it's keeping me aware too. Like, I know what's going on with the virus. I know what's going on in the world now. Just because I want to make sure like it doesn't hurt my stocks, you know.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be aware of that.
Yeah. So like I'm like you. Like I'm pretty grateful. I'm in a really good situation. You know, as an 18-year-old, I'm making a very comfortable amount of money per week with my job, and a lot of people are out of jobs right now. So I'm very grateful that I still have the opportunity to work 4 or 5 days a week. So that's good for me. But like you said, I would love to put my money into the stock market and just invest for the future and just learn, you know, whether making $5 off a share or 100, you know, it's just good to know, you know. I want to learn about more about cars, you know. My best friend Corey, he can freaking build a car with his dad, you know. I would love to just learn how to change my oil, do my brakes, you know. It's just little stuff like that where I could just watch a YouTube video and just slowly learn, you know. I know you have to. That's still one of the things you have to do to learn, but you know, just to get an idea, and so you're not like if my car broke down inside the road, or the tire flew off, I cannot put a tire back on. Like I do not know anything, like, you know. It's just simple stuff like that, which I should definitely learn how to do. You know, literally, only stuff I know is how to add oil to my car, add coolant to my car, and add gas. That's literally it. I don't know how to change a tire. I don't know how to
jump start a car.
I don't know how. I literally don't know how. I don't know which one you put the squeezer. I don't even know what it's called. You know, like I just stuff I should learn. I should just take the time out to learn.
But yeah, no, it's like there's so many things we need to learn that now we have all this time to do. We need to start, but a lot of it too is you just have to practice it as well.
Yeah.
You know, when your car gets a flat tire or whatever, you gotta, you know, just deal with it. You gotta fix it, and that's just like throwing yourself into the deep end. You know, there's some kids that the only way they're ever gonna learn how to swim is you take them when they're a baby and you throw them into the deep end. You know? That's what I believe. So.
Well, I think that might be it for today. Nice little kind of short episode compared to the other ones, but we just been talking about what we've been learning. You know, we've kind of been running out of stuff to talk about, but you know, these challenges actually do help us talk about some stuff, and we just ease into other stuff, which is pretty cool. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff to talk about, but it's cool to practice these sort of things, these challenges. If you guys have any challenges for us, like something you think would be tough, challenge us. You know, call us out.
Seriously, dude, please.
Literally call us out. Be like, nah, you guys are fakes. You guys are posers, and challenge us to do something. I'd really be curious to see, you know, what, you know, I want to know what else I can do, like what weaknesses, like would really push me, you know?
So like seriously, we literally do not have, we have like 2 or 3 ideas for the next challenge, but they're not the greatest. You know, we're still going to keep thinking. So seriously, if you come up with a good idea.
What makes it hard is that after a fast, after 24 hours without eating, that was already really hard for us.
Yeah.
You know, finding another one harder it's tough. It's been tough for us. We're trying to think of something that's actually harder.
Yeah, but if it's not harder, but if you still find it challenging, seriously, just let one of us know. If you know, well, I'm assuming you're going to know one of us, but seriously, let us know. But anyways, thanks for listening. You can also listen to us on 1306sports.com, Spotify, and YouTube, Lex Feed the Wolf Podcast. Peace.
Lex Feed the Wolf Podcast. Peace.